Hello and welcome back to the channel, where today we finally have some more Life is Strange double exposure theories. It's been quite a while since I've last done one of these videos, but after playing the first two chapters, I'd like to share a couple more theories that I have. But before we get started, be sure to leave your theories in the comments down below. And if you've seen any of my other Life is Strange theory videos, then you would know that I always, or at least usually, talk about roughly 3 different theories in each video. And I'm proud to say that in one of those previous theory videos, I said that Max was going to be the killer. Roll the clip. Max is the killer. Get right. This one sounds a bit weird, but just let me explain. So even if none of these theories turn out to be right, at least I got one of them right a few months ago. Now, before I share my theories with you all, let's quickly recap on what happened in the first 2 chapters. So I'm sure you have all seen the first 2 chapters of the game. If you haven't already, then play through them yourselves before continuing this video. But I'll also leave my videos of the full playthrough of each chapter in the description. So be sure to check them out, then come back here to this video so you know what I'm talking about and nothing gets spoiled. Anyway, spoiler alert, there's an evil Max on the prowl in our reality. We already know this because she's the one who kills Safi at the end of chapter 2, as seen in the last photo that Safi ever took before Max, you know. So now Moses hates us because he thinks it was our Max that killed Safi. So we're going to begin the hunt for this evil Max to find out why she killed our Safi and prove our own innocence. But is evil Max as evil as we really think? Well, that brings me on to our first theory. Evil Max is the hero. Okay, right, this may sound a bit weird, but hear me out first, please. At the end of chapter 2, we see evil Max holding a gun at Safi, but if you look a bit closer, it seems like she's crying. There could be a few reasons as to why evil Max could turn out to be the hero. However, most of them are a bit of a stretch, but that's what theories are for. So here we go. I'm not too sure what could have possibly happened in Evil Max's reality for her to have killed another Safi from another reality. Maybe it's a similar scenario to Chloe, in which Max uses her powers to keep Safi alive, which inevitably causes the asteroid that Max and Moses tell Safi about in chapter 1 to actually hit Earth with enough force to either wipe out a vast amount of humanity, if not the world itself. Therefore, she kills Safi before anything or anyone else can, with a tear in her eye in one last goodbye to her best friend, which spares every Max from the other realities from repeating the past and delaying the inevitable. Or it just could be just because of something else. Either way, I'll let you guys talk about what you think happened in Evil Max's reality. There's another reason, which is a bit of a stretch, but it could relate to Evil Max being the hero, and it could be a whole other theory in itself. But that is, Safi is Mr. Jefferson. Okay, this one is definitely a bit of a stretch, but it's interesting to talk about and kind of relates to this theory. So, Evil Max kills Safi, which I'm going to say so many times this video, so I'm going to apologise now. But instead of Max killing Safi to prevent herself from causing another catastrophe, what if Safi is this game's version of Mr. Jefferson? If you think about it, Jefferson was just seen as a normal photography teacher in the first game, until he wasn't a normal photography teacher, as we all know. So what if we track down Evil Max for her to show us that Safi is actually just another version of Jefferson, and she kidnaps other poets to help her write her own before killing them, similar to Jefferson kidnapping women to take photos of them before eventually killing them. This theory could explain the unalivement of another Caledon student who was a promising poet, much like Safi, before Safi found a way to kill her without being thought as one of the suspects, getting rid of any competition she may have. But this leads the question, why did Gwen cancel Safi's book deal? Well, I believe as Gwen spent more time with Safi, she saw glimpses of Safi's true nature, or at least what Safi did, leading to Gwen cancelling her book deal and telling Max that some things are best kept secret, because as far as she knows, Max wouldn't believe her if she told her the truth, that her best friend is actually a cold-blooded killer. Moving on. Chloe is the hero. For my next theory for Life is Strange double exposure before the full game releases, I believe that Chloe will be the hero. Now, we know that our Chloe is either away or dead, depending on what your choice is at the start of this game. But what if Chloe from Evil Max's reality, or another Chloe from a third reality, is convinced by our Max to help us capture Evil Max? There's a couple of ways in which Chloe arrives in our reality. The first, and least likely, being that we teleport Chloe into our reality. The only issue being is that she would have to switch places with the version of Chloe that's in our own reality already, which could work if we knew that Chloe was 100% alive, but with us having the choice at the start of the game which decided whether she was dead or alive, this seems highly unlikely, unless with both realities merging together, Chloe from Evil Max's reality is roaming our reality without us knowing, in which all we would have to do is locate her. The second way in which Chloe could arrive in our reality would be if she had Max's powers. We know that there's a reality where Safi is alive, but what if there's another reality in which Chloe was given Max's powers instead of Max? The way she discovers her powers could be similar to Max, in which Max or possibly even Rachel would be on the verge of death until Chloe saves them with her newly discovered power, which would evolve later in Chloe's life much like Max's did. The way it could work out is if the same Max that killed Safi also went to Chloe's reality beforehand and murdered someone close to Chloe, that possibly being either Rachel or Max, and which leads her to hunt down her own reality's killer alongside her best mate from another reality. We're going to do a bonus theory, that being the return of Daniel Diaz and Alex Chen. I've seen a few people talk about this theory, so I wanted to add my opinions on it and how it could possibly play out. So if Evil Max turns out to actually be evil, which is probably the most likely outcome, then we may need help to calm her down and prevent her from causing any more pain, whether that be by taking away a certain emotion which could fuel her power, like sadness or anger, as we've seen Alex do in True Colours, or having Daniel preventing what could be the end of our reality, or at least capturing Evil Max if Alex's powers simply don't fully restrain her. Depending on what happened to Alex and Daniel in between each game's time frame, we may have to use our powers to bring them to our reality if they are already part of it. But that means we may need to persuade them to join us so they don't just think we're just trying to kidnap them from their own reality. But with Evil Max going on a multi-reality killing spree, then it shouldn't take too long to persuade them. Hopefully. Maybe Alex and Daniel decide they don't want to go with Max until she tells them about nearly sacrificing Chloe, if she's not dead in your version of the game, which then gets Alex to open up about losing her brother, as well as getting Daniel to open up about his father, sharing this experience to come together to stop Evil Max. But sadly, that is all I've got for today. Be sure to check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/keyless_HD, to see the remaining 3 chapters live, or if you just want to see what shenanigans I'm getting up to, as I'll be streaming as much as I can. So on days there isn't a video, chances are I'll be over there. Anyways, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and let me know your theories in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.